Hey, speaking from the future, I know that later on in this video that I actually say that I'm going to cut a bunch of this out. I decided to go ahead and just leave everything in. I guess skip ahead until close to the middle of the video if you don't want to listen to me ramble. I mention streaming and things like that later on in the video. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a weird one. I guess the best way to preface this is that I've been looking for a new name for a few months now at the very least. I've been going by Cass and Cassidy, mostly just online and with really close friends for several years now, but the name just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like me anymore. And I guess another part of this is that I'm looking for a different username or call name online as well, because I've had a couple of messages, mostly over DMs over Twitter and such. What does ArchangelCas mean? And a lot of people think that it has religious connotations, and I can assure you that it does not. I am not a religious person by any stretch of the term, but reason being is I used to play Cyberpunk 2013 when I was younger, and we had a specific group of androids that were called the Archangel series. And they were, you know, it was almost everything that I have is Cyberpunk themed in one way or another, or space themed, futuristic themed, sci-fi themed. So I don't know, I guess coming up with my username when I did, ArchangelCas just kind of stuck because I had been writing a story about the Archangel robots for a while, and not many people know that the story exists. It was kind of an inside thing for me and just a personal reference, I guess. But it doesn't work. It doesn't fit. Nobody gets it. And if I were to read the story that I have out loud, or at least read my notes from it and make a video on it, people would understand. But so I'm on the hunt for a new username. And if you can hear all these little noises in the background, my cat is attacking my hand while I'm trying to talk, and I'm trying to keep her occupied. She keeps hitting my chair. Yeah, I don't know. This video is just going to be a lot of rambling at this point because stop it. I'm trying to think of where we go from here, because at the moment my channel and my branding and everything is really small. I don't exactly have a huge audience that I have to worry about alienating because I've changed my username or changed my name or anything like that. But I also want to make sure that the name is memorable, and that the call name, the username, whatever you want to refer to it as, is memorable, so that people will realize who it is after the name change. So I'm not going to be doing this anytime soon. I'm still thinking about different options, different names that I could go with, and trying to get some opinions from close friends of mine and see what they have to say about it. But I don't know. It's just a really personal thing to me, and I want to do this right. I wish that I could be a bit more open as to the reasoning, but as of right now, I'm kind of closed off. It's really hard when you don't have people close by that you can talk about these things to, and you have to kind of shovel it all down while everybody's giving you their problems and talking about their problems to you, just because you're the eldest child, or you're the one that is generally used as the shoulder to cry on, or the ear to bitch to, pardon my language. So more than likely the people that would take the most offense aren't even going to listen to this, so I don't really care. It's kind of an audio journal at this point, I suppose. It could be worse. I could have a much worse situation, but I don't know. I need a name. I don't like not feeling correct. I don't like not feeling right. And as nice as Cassidy fit for almost 7 years now, I think, it just doesn't feel right anymore. And the name kind of came from a silly place to start with, because it just people online were calling me Cass because of Castiel from Supernatural, and I just kind of adapted that name as a nickname for a real name, and it worked for a while, but it doesn't feel right anymore. It doesn't feel like me, and I just feel a little numb, I suppose. I've been trying to figure out more about who I am personally and where I'm going with things, and a lot of personal stresses and family stresses keep hitting me one right after the other, and financial stresses on top of everything else. So that's part of the reason why I haven't been recording as much as I was initially. So I'm not exactly sure what my scheduling is going to look like from here on out, but I'm going to try to make sure that I get at least a bulk amount of recordings done and edited together at one time, so that way I can just upload them one at a time and not have to worry about recording and uploading all on the same night, every night. It gets tiring after a while. I'm also going to be looking into getting started on the podcast with my friend Gabe once I finish drawing our little avatars, which his is the easiest one. I'm almost finished with it. I still need a face for myself since I'm not willing to get on camera at the moment. Another personal thing, I'm very self-conscious, so you're honestly lucky that I talk throughout some of these videos. I say and hum a lot. I'm just trying to think about things on the fly, and I'm not doing too well. I've been doing some graphic design for another friend of mine, Michael Hale, and his friend Connor, who have been doing a podcast series as well, the KMP production podcast. It's a lot of geeky stuff, a lot of nerdy stuff, anime, comic books, movies, things like that. And they're funny guys to listen to, so I'm going to link them down below. I highly recommend you go take a look. I may end up opening my commissions pages again and do more graphic design for other people, just to supplement my income for the time being, but it all depends on how well I can market myself, because it's been a long time since I've done anything official. I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. I'm just kind of chattering. I guess I just needed to get some stuff out. But yeah, so I would keep an eye out for one. I'm going to be looking into making a new logo, which it's going to be similar to the one that I had initially. And the one that you still see at the beginning of the Echo videos, but it keeps getting taken down on certain sites because they say it's too similar to other logos, and I had to do a reverse image search on my own logo just to find out what it was they were talking about. So I'm having to come up with something a bit more unique, which is going to be fun, but we'll figure it out as we go. Keep an eye out for a new username, and I'm going to be playing some more with Adobe After Effects and Sony Vegas to try and make some new intros and outros and make them a little bit more unique as well. I've been using templates for a lot of things, and it works, but at the same time, I don't know. I want to do more creative things, more personalized things that I have done, so that it feels more like an accomplishment and less like I'm just trying to show off with pretty things that I didn't come up with in the first place. Which, to be fair, people use templates for a lot of things, and I use them constantly. But at the same time, I want to learn. I want to teach myself how to do this stuff so that I can make things a bit more for me. And maybe I could be the one making the templates later on. But anyways, I guess that's all for the time being. I've been doing a lot of job applications today. I tried to reset my sleep schedule so that I wasn't staying up until 11 o'clock in the morning and then sleeping until evening, because that's what happens when depression hits. Fun times for all. Yeah. But I'm going to put the link to my Discord chat as well, my server, in the description below. And if anybody wants to join in, you are more than free to. I enjoy talking to people, and I enjoy having people to interact with. I might do some streaming later on tonight, and maybe stream with Gabe again. That was fun. We played Neverwinter online. That was fun. My Twitch link will be in the description as well, and so will my Twitter, which my Twitter's been in most of my descriptions lately, just to give you different places to interact with me and have a look at any updates and anything else that I decide to post or decide to stream. I'm thinking about setting up a Patreon again. I had one set up just to test the options and see what I could come up with, but they kept taking my logo down, so I was getting a little annoyed with it, so I closed it for the time being. I might redo it though. I don't even know if I'm going to edit this. I'm just going to do a steady stream of consciousness at this point, and if people don't like it, well, whatever. It's a voice log. It's an audio log. And it's just, this is me. This is how I end up talking most of the time anyways. So if anybody's actually spoken to me face to face, they know, or even over the phone. Oh God, I'm horrible over the phone. They know that once I get started talking, you're going to hit like a billion different points before you get back to the initial point. So there's no linear conversations with me. But yeah, main point being that I'm looking for a new logo, a new username, and a new name for myself. Something that feels more like me, something that I'm comfortable with, and something that I feel like I can latch on to so that I can feel more complete, since I can't do other things that might make me feel more complete because I am perpetually broke. But aren't we all in this economy right now? But yeah, rambly log over. I can't even speak properly right now. It is currently 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I have been up since 5 a.m. because I just could not stay asleep to save my life. And I've got a few other things that I need to do. I've put out 15 job applications today. Go me. And I have 2 pictures I need to finish drawing, which may or may not happen today depending on my mood. And I'm going to be throwing around some name ideas to a couple of my friends and see what they have to say. I'm just wanting to avoid skimming through baby name websites again because that was a chore. But no, if anybody has anything they want to talk about, feel free to hit me up on my Discord server and over Twitter, and again, I might be on Twitch later tonight. I'll post an announcement on Twitter if I decide I want to stream tonight. Even if it's just by myself streaming, I might play some Dragon Age Inquisition since I've been replaying it again and I started another game. I mod my games heavily, so just a heads up there. If I don't play Inquisition, I might play Dragon Age 2 or Dragon Age Origin, which I mod both of those pretty heavily too, but in my defense, I've already beaten all 3 of these games 3 or 4 times each, so I feel I've earned my chance to have a little bit of fun with it. If anybody has any questions about what mods I use, I have a list of them with links to them on the Nexus, so yeah, I've got everybody covered if you're interested in any of the stuff I use. I'm going to be doing a fundraiser for a new chair as well, because the one that I have right now, while it's fine if I'm just doing my own personal gameplay, It's kind of a pain when I'm doing audio commentary, or I'm doing these update videos, or I'm doing just audio in general, like I'm chatting with my friends while I'm streaming, because I have to sit incredibly still, otherwise it starts creaking. And it's kind of annoying. So I'm putting up a donation thing up on my Twitch stream, and even if it's just a little bit here and there, whatever I end up getting from the donations is going to go straight to a better computer chair. And this one, much like my old desk and my previous PC, will go to my younger brother. He's been having a great time with my computer as well, playing Fortnite and stuff like that, just having a grand old time apparently. So it's not as if I would just be throwing it away, it'd be going to somebody that's actually going to use it. So we'll see what happens. I have been talking for almost 17 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and shut up. Yeah, I don't even want to do a proper outro on this one. Keep an eye out on Twitter, and we'll see what happens as far as streaming tonight. I'll be posting a message on Twitter probably a good 30 minutes before the stream starts, because I got to make sure I get everything set up properly, and if anybody wants to jump in or anybody wants to get on the Discord channel and the voice channel and chat with me while I'm playing, I want to make sure that I get all of that set up as well. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna do some more Dreamfall later on, and hopefully get an episode of Echo recorded tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I've been a little stressed out and kind of contemplative, and I don't really feel like adding more stress by playing a game that freaks me out every 5 seconds because I'm constantly looking over my shoulder. That's the main reason I haven't done Resident Evil as well. There's been a lot of stuff going on lately that I can't exactly talk about online, so yeah. I'm gonna have to edit out all of these little gasps and heavy breaths. My allergies are just killing me and it's hard to breathe. It's almost 20 minutes into this. I'm going to cut this off and get everything edited in and get this uploaded so that everybody will know what's going on. I would keep an eye out on Twitter, maybe around, I don't know, check for the initial message maybe around 8 o'clock or so, see if I'm going to start streaming then. If not, then it won't be till much later when Gabe decides he's home. So, yeah. I hope everybody's having an awesome week. I hope everybody's been doing okay since the last time I posted one of these videos. And just remember, you're not alone. If you need anybody to talk to, I have Discord up all the time on my computer, on my normal phone, and currently on my phone that I'm using for job interviews and work-related things, and on my tablet, so I am always going to see it no matter what I'm doing. So, everybody, take care of yourselves, and if I don't end up streaming tonight, check again tomorrow. More than likely, it's going to be sometime tonight, Thursday night, or Friday night. Those are the easiest nights for me to stream. Everybody, take care.